to justify keeping him around. I'm mad that I wasn't more worked up yesterday. That was once again.
Well, they finished that building there leading into Bearscott Stadium, and also they finished, or they started doing some like leaf blowing here on this little path leading into Bearscott Stadium. That's pretty nice. Look at that. You can see all the leaves piled up there. November 13th at Bearscott Stadium. One month ago, we started Horror Fest. Here we are, 4 days away from Thanksgiving Fest, and one night away from finishing Week 10 in the NFL, which I mentioned it kicked off on Thursday. The beach trip, I mentioned the Carolina Panthers and the Chicago Bears. That was the first game, and then over the weekend, I mentioned that there weren't many good games, but a lot of important things happened. The Josh Dobbs story continues. Kind of hard not to be rooting for that to continue at this point. Pretty incredible. The Antonio Pierce interim coaching story continues. It's been great, but he has beaten the two New York teams, so let's see what the Raiders can do when they face a real team. But big win for them last night on Sunday Night Football. In Houston, the Texans now would be the 7th seed in the AFC playoffs. Incredible. CJ Stroud looking like Rookie of the Year, franchise quarterback, and doing it with not a whole lot of talent around him. Very impressive young man. We have in the NFC, with the Philadelphia Eagles on a bye week, we had 4 of the main 4 other contenders in the NFC had a big week, all winning. The Dallas Cowboys, the San Francisco 49ers, the Detroit Lions, and the Seattle Seahawks. As you look at Bearscott Stadium here, there's the tree, a Christmas tree. All winning. All those 4 teams winning. Getting big wins in Week 10 after they all lost in Week 9. Excuse me, the Detroit Lions didn't lose. They didn't win either. They had a bye week. But all those 4 teams getting back on track. Kind of giving the Eagles at least something to think about. Hope Jay Castlevania enjoyed the game in Jacksonville. He said he was at. We had some high-scoring affairs like the Browns-Ravens, the Lions-Chargers, the Bengals-Texans, the Commanders-Seahawks. All those games kind of higher-scoring games. A few of them in the 30s. Tight games, so kind of interesting. We had 4 of those. And then you had the one in the morning, Colts and Patriots. As the Patriots were looking to get a top 10, maybe top 5 pick in the NFL draft in 2024. The big winner in the NFL comes from the AFC. The biggest winner of Week 10, regardless of what happens tonight, is the Kansas City Chiefs. KC and KB's Chiefs, who I know they didn't play, but they got to sit back, rest, and watch the big contenders, the big other contenders in the AFC. The Jacksonville Jaguars lose. The Baltimore Ravens lose, and the Cincinnati Bengals lose. Those 3 coming into this week were really the 3 big other contenders in the AFC. Miami doesn't count. I think they had a bye week, but they don't count. They're a fraud. We all know that. The Pittsburgh Steelers, though, 6-3 now, got a win. They've been out, I think they've been outgained in yards in every single game this year, yet here they are somehow at 6-3. Carroll and Tomlin, both very similar coaches, by the way, always getting the very best and the most out of the whatever talent or whatever little talent they have on their football clubs. So even if Buffalo wins tonight and they're favored, they'll be 6-4. Whoop-de-doo. I don't think anyone's taking them seriously unless they get on a run. But Kansas City Chiefs, your winners of week 10 in the NFL. Let's look at Bearscott Stadium. It's Bills Denver tonight, by the way. So you look at the pines there, and then you look at the trees here. They have lost. They're even more bare than they were last week. It's in the 40s right now, kind of high 40s here at Scotty Stadium. Very quiet as well. No B-Mile today. Maybe he was here earlier when it was even colder. Haven't seen Golfer Guy. It's kind of wet today on the field. You can see the field there, taking on that color. Still a little green here, though. And I think they had some kind of event this weekend, because I see bleachers pushed out into my track. And we'll see if anyone else shows up. But this is Bearscott Stadium, November the 13th, Monday. And just a blessing to be here at Bearscott Stadium. It really is. All right, guys. Let me know your thoughts on the NFL. Or let me know your thoughts on the beautiful colors of Bearscott Stadium. See you soon.